Hey, I'm Jem. I help business owners generate leads, or if you don't want to do it yourself, I actually sell qualified leads directly to businesses. Now, here's the crazy part. I landed $10,000 in clients using just XDMs. No paid ads, no fancy funnels, no massive following. Just pure conversation-based selling that turns simple DMs into real cash. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it step by step. Here's what we're covering today. How to craft a money making offer that actually converts. How to optimize your X profile so it sells for you even before you send a single message. How to find your perfect prospects, people who actually reply and buy. The DM framework I use to book calls and close deals, and how to follow up the right way so people actually show up. And finally, how to close and onboard clients fast so the money hits your account in days, not weeks. Quick heads up, if you'd rather skip all the manual prospecting, I also offer done for you leads. Just hit the link in the description if you want me to deliver qualified prospects straight to your inbox every week. All right, let's jump in. Craft a money offer that converts. Let me be brutally honest. If your DMs aren't getting replies, it's not your message, it's your offer. Because here's the truth. You can have the slickest outreach in the world, but if your offer doesn't hit a nerve or promise a clear outcome, people will scroll right past you. So, how do we fix that? All right. Be specific about who you help. This is step one. Okay. Instead of saying I help business owners get more leads, try I help real estate agents in Miami get 15 plus qualified buyer consults a month using targeted XDMs. Or number two, I help e-commerce brands in the US add $10 to $30,000 per month with organic DMs, no ads needed. Or number three, I help B2B founders generate 10 plus book calls monthly using X and email systems. Okay. Now we're going to move into step two, which is quantifying the result. Numbers make your offer feel real. People don't buy growth. They buy numbers like I help realtors book 3 to 5 new appointments every week. I help ecom founders increase conversions by 25% in 30 days. I help coaches book 10 plus calls, qualified calls a month without running ads. Okay. Do you see the steps here? You have to quantify the results that your potential customers can expect because numbers make the brain go, I can picture that in my bank account. Okay. Now we're going to move into step three, add a low risk guarantee. This is where you remove the fear from the equation. Even if your offer sounds amazing, people still hesitate because of risk. They're thinking, what if it doesn't work for me? So your job is to flip that to show you're confident enough to take that risk off their shoulders. For example, try it for 7 days. If you don't get 5 qualified leads, you don't pay. Work with me for 14 days. If you don't see at least one book call, I'll refund you. I'll generate the leads first. You only pay after you see results. See what that does? You instantly become more trustworthy because you're not just selling, you're standing behind your result. And this is exactly what allowed me to land my first $10,000 client from XDMs. Okay. One of my clients, a real estate agent in Florida, literally told me, Jam, I get pitched every day, but no one ever guaranteed results like that. That's why I said yes. Within 3 weeks, he booked 18 buyer consults, closed 3 deals. And I had a $5,000 retainer client from a single DM conversation. Okay. We have a strong offer example here. I help real estate agents in Miami book 15 buyer consults monthly using targeted XDMs, or the pilot's free. See what's happening there? It's specific real estate agents in Miami. It's quantified 15 plus buyer consults monthly. It's low risk, or the pilot's free. It's clear and short enough to fit right in your bio or DMs. That's the type of clarity that makes people stop scrolling because it feels tailor made for them. Okay. Now that your offer is rock solid, let's make sure your X profile actually sells that offer for you. So even before you send your first DM, people are already curious. Okay. Clicking your link and thinking, okay, who is this guy and how can he help me? That's where we move into point number two, which is how to optimize your X profile to sell for you. Think of your X profile as your mini sales page. It's your landing page, your first impression, your digital handshake, all rolled into one. When someone clicks your name after you send a DM, they're doing one thing, checking your credibility. They're asking themselves, is this person legit? Can they actually help me? Do I trust them enough to reply or book a call? If your profile doesn't instantly answer yes to all three, they're gone. So let's fix that. Okay, step one, optimize your name and bio. Examples, Gem slash leads for realtors, bio formula. I help who achieve result using method, gem slash, the column there, leads for realtors, gem ecom growth systems, gem B2B lead generation, gem DM strategy and client acquisition. Bio formula. I help who achieve result using method. I help realtors close 15 plus deals monthly using X outreach and automation. I help ecom brands at $10,000 per month using organic XDMs. I help B2B founders generate 10 plus qualified calls using DM systems. These bios work because they're outcome focused and benefit driven, not fluffy. No buzzwords like empowering brands to scale or transforming businesses, which is too philosophical here and people don't really understand that stuff. You're speaking results, and results are what make people listen. Imagine this. Someone sees your DM in their inbox, they hover over your name and see gem leads for realtors. They immediately think, oh, that's literally what I need. I've been struggling with leads. You've hooked them before they even open your message. That's the power of positioning. Okay. Now we're going to fix your banner as well. Your banner is your visual billboard. It should stop the scroll. Use a bold headline, testimonial screenshot, and a CTA like $10,000 in clients from XDMs. See how with the emoji pointing down. I help ecom founders book 10 plus calls a month. Free strategy thread below. Helping realtors close 3 to 5 deals weekly using XDM me leads, and then you have the emoji pointing down again. Okay, these are call to actions. These are clean, simple, and they instantly build credibility. Avoid banners that are too busy or look like corporate presentations. This isn't LinkedIn, it's X. You want your profile to look like an authority, not an ad. Someone scrolling at 2 a.m. and sees your banner, they should think this person clearly knows what they're doing. Okay. Now, step number 3, pin your best proof. Pin a case study thread, screenshot proof, or mini value thread that shows results like this. How a B2B founder went from 0 to 12 book calls in 3 weeks using this DM playbook. I used this 4-message DM sequence to generate $5,000 in new clients last month. Here's how I helped a realtor close 3 deals from Twitter in 14 days. Okay. The key is when someone checks your profile after a DM, you want them to scroll once and think, okay, this guy actually gets results. Let me click that link. That pinned post acts like a trust booster. You're not telling people you're good, you're showing them. Okay. Finally, make it ridiculously easy for someone to book a call or learn more. Put your booking link in your bio in the pinned post with a clear CTA. Examples: book a free 7-minute walkthrough. 10 qualified leads in 14 days. Click below. Get a done for you DM system. Book your spot. Short, direct, easy to click. You're removing friction from the buying process because the truth is, when someone's ready to buy, they don't want to hunt for links. They want to click and go. Now, when someone lands on your profile, this is what they should feel. This person helps people like me. They have proof that works. They're confident, credible, and clear. I can see the next step and it's easy to take. That's when your profile starts doing the heavy lifting. It sells for you, so your DMs don't have to work twice as hard. Cool. So now your offer is ready and your profile is dialed in. You've got the message, the positioning, and the credibility. Now it's time for the fun part: finding the right people, the ones who are most likely to reply, engage, and buy. Because no matter how strong your offer is, if you're messaging the wrong crowd, you always feel like you're talking to a wall. So in this next step, we're going to cover exactly how to build a laser targeted prospect list, one that fills your pipeline with dream clients every single week. Here's the truth: people fail with DM outreach because they message random users. They'll send the same message to everyone, then wonder why nobody replies. It's not that their script is bad, it's that they're trying to sell steak to vegans. You need to message people who are active so you know they'll actually see your message, decision makers so they can say yes without needing permission. In your niche, okay? People need to be niche, so your offer is actually relevant to them. Once you understand that, DMing becomes fun because every conversation you start now has a real shot at turning into a sale. Let's break this down step by step. Okay. Use X search properly. This is step number 1. If you help realtors, tap Realtor Miami. If you help e-commerce brands, try Shopify Founder. If you're going after B2B clients, use Agency Founder or Owner. Okay. Go to the People tab to find target profiles. You can do stuff like you can filter out tweets that show you actual accounts that match those keywords that you just typed. You'll instantly find profiles filled with your target audience. Okay. Here's a quick example that I'm going to use. Let's say your offers helping e-com brands generate $10,000 per month through organic XDMs. You search Shopify founder and boom, you'll see dozens of store owners, founders, and small e-com operators. Those are your people. You can even combine this with location-based searches if you offer targets a specific area like Realtor Texas, Shopify Store UK, or Agency Owner Canada. Step 2, check activity. Only message people active in the last 7 days. Active users equal open doors. Okay. Now, step number 3 is also super crucial. Use hashtags and mutuals. Here's where you go one layer deeper. X is built on communities, and every community has hashtags, threads, and connections you can tap into. So use hashtags like Realtor Life, Shopify Owner, B2B Marketing, Agency Growth, Founder, Lifestyle. Scroll through those posts and find people actively sharing content in your niche. These are golden leads because they're already posting, promoting, and trying to grow, which means they're already in buying mode. Now, here's a little secret, okay? Mutuals. Let's say you already follow and interact with one realtor in Miami who liked your tweet. Click their profile, look at who's commenting on or liking their posts. That's their network. That's your next layer of prospects. They're engaging with similar content. It's a clear sign they're also interested in what you offer. This method alone can fill your pipeline with hundreds of warm prospects using any tools. Step 4, create your simple tracking sheet. All right, so now you're finding leads consistently, but here's the key. You need a system to stay organized because if you're DM 20, 50, or 100 people a day, you'll quickly forget who messaged, who replied, and who booked a call. So here's what I recommend. A simple Google Sheet or Notion board with these columns: name, handle, city, industry, last active, DM sent, response, call, booked. This tracking sheet keeps you accountable and efficient. Every time you find a potential client, log them here. You'll start to see patterns, who's replying, what niche works best, which messages convert the most. That's how you start thinking like a marketer, not just a DM sender. Plus, if you hire a VA or a teammate, you can hand them the system and they'll instantly know what to do. Okay. Step 5, qualify your prospects. This is where quality beats quantity every single time. Don't DM everyone with realtor or founder in their bio. Qualify them first. You're looking for buyers, not followers. Here's who to prioritize. Realtors actively posting listings or open houses. They're clearly trying to get more clients. E-com owners promoting their products or talking about scaling. They want growth. B2B founders posting about hiring, growth, or marketing. They're in the building phase and open to new systems. For example, if you see a realtor tweeting just listed a new property in downtown Miami, DM for details, that's a buyer. They're promoting, they're engaged, they need leads. If you see an e-com founder saying, we just launched our new skincare line looking to grow organic sales, that's another buyer and their intent is clear. They're literally describing your offer without realizing it, okay? And if you see a B2B founder posting, looking for ways to book more sales calls this quarter, you should already be in their inbox. These are people who want what you sell. They're actively buying. You just have to start the conversation. Now that you got your target list full of active decision-making ready to buy prospects, it's time to move into the real engine of this entire strategy, which is your DMs, because this is where the entire magic happens, where simple human conversations turn into book calls and real clients. So next, I'll show you the exact DM framework I use to book calls and close deals without sounding pushy, robotic, or salesy. Let's dive into point number 4, the DM framework that books calls. All right. DMs work when they feel real. This is the framework right here. You're not pitching, you're starting a conversation. Here's the 5-step DM formula I use: opener, qualifier, value teaser, prove, and then soft CTA. Think of it as observe, confirm, preview, prove, invite. Short, human, respectful. Feel free to swipe this. This is the whole system here. Okay. We have some examples here, which goes back to the previous system, and then opener, qualifier, value teaser, proof, soft CTA again. Why does this work? This is all low friction. They can say yes to a call or just get a summary. You soft CTA here, and you have proof. Short bursts. These are easy to read on mobile. They're not paragraphs. They're not essays. Specifics, your credibility travels in numbers and nouns, okay? You're giving case studies, you're giving your value, and you're providing examples, which are all good for the system, okay? I have an example here for you, which is for real estate Miami agent. Okay. Feel free to read through this. This is a long example. And then, you know, you're just being super specific. Uh, and you're learning about the prospect at the same time as well. Okay. I have another example for e-commerce here, which is, let's say, for a Shopify skincare brand. These are really good. These are popular niches. And then we have one for B2B agency, which is SaaS focused. They want, sales qualified appointments, sales qualified leads. All right. So how do we handle common replies and objections? Okay. Let's say they say send info. We say, sure, 3 quick bullets you can skim. Number 1, who we help plus channel. Number 2, result plus time frame. Number 3, low risk pilot. If any of that fits, I'll tailor it to you in 7 minutes on a quick call. Okay. What's the price? We transparent, we start on a short pilot tied to outcomes so it pays for itself or you don't keep it. If I show you how the numbers work in 7 minutes, you'll know if it's worth testing. If they say we already have a system, love that. Quick question, are you at capacity or is there room to bolt on 10 to 15 qualified calls per month without burning your reps? If yes, I can show you a no overlap version that runs in parallel. Ghosted after interest. All good, leaving you with one useful thing. This is what you tell them. Top reply boosters this week. Insert one line insight. If you want the mini checklist, I'll send it. And there we go. Okay. We have some magnets here, 3 high response opener variations, which are for niche, You can take a look at this. You can obviously adapt this to your niche. I know some of you guys are not in these niches, but you can adapt this stuff. Let's say for B2B, are you the right person for demand generation or lead generation at agency? For e-commerce, are you testing creator DMs for brand, like that specific brand, or still running just paid? These are specific questions and you're using that industry specific language as well. So make sure you keep that in mind in your own niche when you approach people. Now for real estate, quick question about your Brickle listing. Are you handling showings? Okay, this is very specific, high-end area, high-end properties, very specific to real estate. So make sure you nail down the language of your niche as well. And we're also being short, specific, and easy to answer here, okay? All right, now that you got interest, let's lock the call and make sure they actually show up and don't ghost you. So let's move on to point number 5, which is follow up and book calls that actually show up. All right. Think of your follow-up system like a mini funnel. Okay. We're using a follow-up system to make sure they actually show up to a call. Every message moves them one step closer from interested, initial, conversation, and then they become interested, to booked, to showed up, and then hopefully closed. Here's how to build that system properly. Okay. You can see this. This is a nice little visual here that you can follow, and then we're going to build it out right here. Okay. Set up your calendar. This is a classic short booking page, 7 to 20 minutes. Use tools like Calendly or TidyCal. Qualifying questions to personalize the call and increase investment, like what business are you running? How many leads or clients are you looking for each month? And then what's been your biggest challenge so far? Okay. We're qualifying them a bit so that they know we're serious about scaling or whatever they want from our service. Okay. Step number 2, follow-up message sequence, your 7-day show up framework. Okay. Day 0, right after they say yes. Awesome. Here's the link to book the 7-minute walkthrough link. Morning slots fill fast. Grab one that works for you. Okay. Then we do on day 2, we do a soft nudge. Hey, name still open for that quick breakdown this week. Okay. Short, friendly, small nudge. Day 4, reignite with proof. I just recorded a quick teardown showing how one of my clients added 12 new leads in 3 weeks. Want to see it? Perfect. We're getting them excited again. And then day 7, final scarcity nudge, closing my pilot slots for the month. Want me to save you one or push to next month. Okay. It's confident, professional, and gives them a reason to act now. Now, we're moving into step number 3, which is send a reminder before the call. We want to send them a reminder. This is like a no-show killer because people don't show up if you don't do this stuff. So we want to make sure our show up rate is at a good percentage, very high. And then we want to make sure our close rate is high as well, but you can't get a high close rate if your show up rate is super low. Okay. We send them a short DM 2 hours before the call to reduce no-shows and create micro commitments. Something like, hey, name, looking forward to our chat later. I'll send the Zoom link later with the thumbs up emoji. Okay. Why does this work? It's personal and intentional. You're not depending on automated email reminders that often get lost in spam. Plus, when they reply thanks or see you then, you have just created a micro commitment, which drastically reduces ghosting. This one message alone can cut your no-show rate in half. Okay. Step 4, build pre-call excitement with mini proof message. Send mini proof like, hey name, here's a quick look at one of my client dashboards, 15 new book calls in week 1. This is perfect. You're planting anticipation. They see real proof right before the call, which builds both curiosity and trust. When they show up, they're already thinking, this person did that for others. They can probably do it for me. It pre-sells the results so the call doesn't start cold. It starts very, very warm. Okay. I have some bonus tips for you as well. How to make follow-ups feel natural, not pushy. We use voice notes. They're sincere. And then, it's personalized. Okay. Hey, name, just want to make sure you got the link. No push. Didn't want you to miss your slot. Mix in value content, okay? Instead of pure reminders. By the way, best response times that I've seen lately for DMs are 9 to 11 a.m. local might help with your outreach too. You're giving value. That's super important. And then we never want to sound needy. Always come from the frame of, I'm here to help, but my time's valuable too. That's the energy that turns prospects into clients. They respect you more when you sound confident, not clingy. Why this system works? Because it's not spammy. It's structured relationship building. You use a mix of psychology and timing to create consistency, scarcity, proof, momentum, personal touch. The result, you don't just book calls, you book calls that actually show up and convert. That's why we love having a high show up rate, because that means we can actually close more people if they actually show up to the call. If they don't show up to the call, we have no sales. Now they've shown up, you've done the hard part. They're on the call, curious and ready to talk. This is where the magic of conversation happens, when you turn that curious chat into a closed deal and actually money in your account. So let's move on to point number 6, close and onboard clients fast. Goal isn't to pitch or convince. By the time someone books a call with you, they're already interested. Your job now is simply to guide them to the decision and make saying yes feel natural and organic. Let's walk through it step by step. We start with clarity, set the tone immediately with a calm, confident intro that shows structure, like, hey, name, I really appreciate you taking the time. Here's what we'll do in the next few minutes. I'll quickly walk you through where you're at, show you what's been working for my clients, and if it makes sense, we'll outline a small pilot to test things together. Sounds good? Cool. Step 2, ask smart discovery questions. Okay, if we're like surgeons here, we want to discover what they're struggling with in their business right now. What made them actually book a call? Okay, we don't want to sell to everyone. If they like, we want to actually critically analyze their situation and see if it's a fit with our offer. Okay, you need to know your angle, which is consistency, and we feel if they have a problem, like, they say we don't get book calls, we get traffic, we don't book calls. You tell them that's the gap we actually fix. We turn attention into appointments. You're helping them see their own problem more clearly. Okay, you diagnose the problem and then you tell them what kind of solutions there are available with your service or not, or alternatives. You also want to refer them out. If your service is not specific to them, you also want to refer them out to alternative options. You just want to see what you can offer. If your solution, like, it also has to make your offer be the natural solution. Okay, your offer is the natural solution if the problem is something you can actually fix and if it's relevant. Step 3, present your system. Now that you've described the problem, you bridge to your solution, but keep it simple and visual. People don't want jargon or theory. They want to see how it works. So you might say, here's a quick look. We built a target list on X, automate outreach, and track every reply in real time. And you send them a Loom or screenshot briefly. Everything's built to get you leads without ads, just organic DMs. You're showing them a system, not a pitch deck. Visuals anchor your words, and visuals sell faster than explanations. The rule here is this: the less you talk, the more they buy. You're not trying to impress them with complexity, you're reassuring them with clarity. Okay? Present the offer, which is step number 4, the piled offer, of course. And you got to make it a no-brainer. Once they understand the system, show them a low-risk way to test. Like, I help real estate agents in Miami book 50 plus qualified consults per month using XDMs. This 7-day pilot includes setup, outreach, and tracking. If we don't hit at least 5 book calls, I'll waive the pilot fee. See how simple that sounds? No fluff, no long-term contract, just results first, payment second. This approach removes fear because you flip the risk. You're saying, I'm confident in my system. You only pay if it works. That's exactly how you make make a yes feel safe and obvious. Step 5, we close confidently. After presenting your pilot, don't say, "So what do you think?" That opens the door to hesitation. Instead, assume the sale. Say, "Would you prefer to start this week or next?" Then stop talking, let them fill the silence. This moment, the pause, is powerful because it communicates confidence. It tells them you're used to people saying yes. They hesitate or need reassurance, stay calm. You can add, "Totally understand." It's a short pilot, low risk, and we can pause anytime. You'll see results before committing long term. You're not pushing, you're grounding them. You're giving them logic when emotion gets loud. This is how you close without being salesy. You're not convincing, you're confirming. Step 6, onboard within 48 to 72 hours. The faster you move after payment, the stronger the trust becomes. Here's your 3-day onboarding flow. Day 1, send invoice plus short agreement plus intake form. Day 2, send their first campaign draft or DM samples. Day 3, begin outreach and share wins early. Keep them engaged and excited. When clients see movement early, they don't second guess the decision. They start thinking, "Wow, this person actually delivers." That's how you retain clients and turn one time projects into ongoing retainers. So that's it. That's the entire process from start to finish. How to take a complete stranger on X and turn them into a paying client using nothing but DMs, structure, consistent follow up. Let's quickly recap everything we covered today. Step one, point number one. Craft a clear, specific, and risk free offer so people instantly know what you do and why it matters. Optimize your X profile. This is number two. Make it sell for you before you ever send a message. Number three, build a targeted prospect list. Only talk to people who can actually buy. Number four, use the 5-step DM framework. Start real conversations that turn into book calls. Number five, that's number four is 5-step. Okay, now we're gonna move on to number five. I'm getting confused here. No problem. Follow up properly, please, because interest means nothing if they never show up. And number six, obviously, close with a simple pilot plus onboard fast. So your new clients start seeing results within days and they don't regret their purchase due to slow onboarding. And that, my friend, is exactly how I landed a $10,000 client. Nothing, using nothing but DMs on X. No ads, no funnels, no massive team, just outreach, just systems, consistency, and conversations that convert. Look, if you made it this far, it means you're serious about growing. So here's the thing, this method works as long as you do. The hardest part isn't sending DMs, it's staying consistent because every DM you send is like planting a seed. Some grow in days, some take weeks, but they all add up if you don't quit. This is, compound interest here. And if you don't want to do it yourself, or if you just want to skip straight to the results, I can actually do that for you. Check the links in the description. You can either get qualified leads delivered to you every week, or I'll set this entire system inside your business so you can start seeing book calls and new clients in days, not months. If you got value from this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button. It helps business owners see this. And don't forget to subscribe because every week I drop real actionable strategies to help you generate leads, close clients, and grow your business using organic systems. I'm Jem Mulno, and I'll see you in the next one where we go even deeper into turning conversations into cash. Thank you so much.